Hello and welcome to Winter 2023 Seasonal Anime Impressions, where one man decides to subject himself to torture willingly. So, there are three things I look for in every anime that I watch in a season, and number one is characters and character designs, because, I'm going to be spending a lot of time with these characters. I'm going to be connected to them or not connected to them. Maybe it's their personality, maybe it's their clothes, maybe it's a specific mole spot on their left arm that's really captivating. I don't know. Just anything that catches my eye, early personality traits that, you know, really make me want to watch them do stuff. Next is visuals. And depending on who you are, maybe you don't care about visuals that much. Maybe the the production doesn't have to be too stellar or too above average for you to get interested in it, and it's watchable. But for me, I like to see a little bit of polish, a little bit of at least in this day and age, some average production work being done. Maybe some stylistic elements as well. If it has stylistic elements or something that creates something more than what you see on screen and gives you at least some feeling, that's a pretty good show to me at least. So yeah, the last one is entertainment value, which is very self-explanatory because if you're not entertained, why bother watching it? I want to be continually, content watching the show pretty much. And you know, for the sake of my sanity, I would like it to be entertaining, but this season in particular is a little bit of a stinker as well. But there are a couple shows, and I say couple literally, that are somewhat promising or have some measured interest for me at least. So let's jump right into it. First show, Boku to Robotico, Studio Gallop here. And I didn't really like this. I saw the full episode because it's like 3 minutes. So what I said was, in terms of killer no filler, this show has what it takes to pack as much slapstick as you can in 3 minutes. If you're looking for a zero substance show that plays off its ideas, this is not bad. But then again, most of us aren't really into shows with no substance like this, so the payoff is less than fulfilling. I didn't talk about the visuals, I think. The visuals, they don't look that great. Uh, I don't particularly like where they're going with the show in general. Like I don't see it going anywhere, so that's just me. Next is Uri Zokusei Danshi to Cool Douryou Joshi. The ice guy and his cool female colleague. Studio Zero G and Liber. Another couple studios I don't know. 3 minute drop. The production is less than average and the character design work needs some serious improvement or just scrapping altogether. And the episode just opens on this I'm sort of emotionless and stoic monologue that really makes me not want to watch anymore. That's cool though. Still in a good mood to watch another show because I felt nothing here. That's reassuring. Tensei Oujo to Tensai Reijou no Mahou Kakumei. The magical revolution of the reincarnated princess and the genius young lady, Diomedia. I do know those people. 6 minute drop. The production work is average, but at least it's relatively consistent, and so are the character designs. Not too bad, but still bland. As for the show itself, I don't like the conceit of the show, especially because our main girl is annoying, and there's a lot of talking and dumping in the first 5 minutes, so any momentum the opening scene had is completely lost in talking. And here is one of two shows that made it past screening. Oniichan wa Oshimai, Onimai, I'm Now Your Sister, Studio Bind. Where have I seen that before? Shoku Tensei, okay, that's interesting. Now, I wrote a relatively lengthy idea on this, so buckle your seats. What's interesting about this show is that it actually fulfills basically everything I ask for in a seasonal. Production, more than adequate. There's a variety of scene changes and great background art to supplement anything bland, plenty of nice choices in color palette to create a homely feminine vibe throughout all the episode. The characters are on the better side of the aisle, better than the previous shows I saw this season. The only visual disparity is the brightness level they have turned up too high. Let's tone that down a little because it's not quite burning my eyes, but it's not pleasing to look at. And they also have this stenciling effect on several scenes that don't really do anything. But if that's a stylistic choice, I guess you can do that. But that's better than most average stuff. Entertainment-wise, we have a fun conceit. Neat gets transformed into a little girl, and then we explore that idea in a variety of ways. So baseline status quo is filled. The problem in this show is obviously the content. If it wasn't obvious the show is about two lollies, you know, doing... Wait, hold on. If it wasn't obvious, this show is okay, this sentence sucks. What was I thinking? I'm just gonna spitball it. This show is about two lollies that do sexually charged things and exploratory things, and then, your personal ethics committee has a board meeting. Because all things considered, I don't think the content level in this show is straight up offensive and grotesque, but it's more on the distasteful side. I don't personally like seeing this dude explore his new lolly body in the ways that one would probably test out their body if they were transformed into this type of character. Which is why I find this dynamic interesting. The fact that a show can make me uncomfortable prompts me to think about why I'm uncomfortable for more reasons than, oh, I find this raunchy content repulsive. Because it's not even that raunchy. It's just sexually charged teasing and testing the waters with the viewer. And people like this content. And the people that do like this content will like it for sure because there's a quality of the show, which is blatantly obvious. But for the people opposed to this content of a product, this is still a thinking moment for you. I can't say I will watch another episode, but I cannot deny that the fact that this episode has something worth watching for. There is substantive development near the halfway mark of the episode that has great direction and quality to it that I actually find endearing. I can see this going somewhere other than goofs and gags, and it could genuinely be a nice coming of age, comfortable in your own skin series. But I've been wrong before, so yeah, I feel pretty not mixed even. I'm on the positive side of this show, even though it's like a little bit, if you're not like accustomed to a lot of anime quirks and quibs, you might really find this show a little bit too repulsive. But why are you thinking that it's repulsive is the question of the day. And if it just basically tickles the idea of I find it repulsive because of what they're doing with the characters, well, examine that. Maybe there's something deeper than whatever you're thinking, and maybe your reaction to this art is a reflection of how you view certain types of art, and that concept is interesting in itself. So I would say give it a try. I might give it another episode. Seems like I liked it quite a bit. Usually I just drop shows in the first 2 minutes, so Technoroid Overmind, Doga Kobo. No cute girl show for Doga Kobo this time, it seems. And we're back to our regularly scheduled garbage. 1 minute drop. Production is a stinker. I gave up when I saw that their attempt at designing a different looking character was just adding a streak to his hair, and then they hit me with the exposition dump. Awesome. Yeah, so this guy has a streak in his hair, and that's a character design. Spy Kyoushitsu. Spy Classroom. Studio Feel. Didn't I just watch something by Studio Feel? Oh, it seems I've dropped a lot of their shows. Yeah. 1 minute drop, monologue no one cares about, and the design work on all levels is bland. Tomo-chan wa Onnanoko. Tomo-chan is a girl. Ladies. 2 minute drop. Production and characters are average, and the conceit is just boring. I don't really want to watch 12 episodes of this girl trying to win some idiot dude and then in the final episode they don't get together. Maybe I'm just assuming, but I'm not really making a baseless assumption. That's just how it usually goes, which I agree with. Revenger, Aijado. All these new studios. I don't know who any of them are. 2-minute drop. If I wanted to watch a samurai product, I would much rather watch the Rurouni Kenshin OVA again, or maybe the Blade of the Immortal adaptation, or maybe Sword of the Stranger, or maybe Dororo, you know, or maybe like anything. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. What they even made? Nothing, 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 nothing. Here we go. Hyouken no Majutsushi ga Sekai wo Suberu. The Ice Blade Sorcerer shall rule the world. Cloud Hearts. What have you made? Oh, it's your second product ever. Oh, it's your first product ever, actually. 3-minute drop. No, I am not watching another Academy show. I can't take it anymore. These shows always suck. I agree. Academy shows really do suck. Nijiyon Animation, Studio Sunrise, woohoo! And 30-second drop, 3-minute shorts, 8 main characters. What could go wrong? Sugar Apple Fairy Tale by JC Staff. Awesome. I love JC Staff when I don't love JC Staff. 1-minute drop, sugar making show. Okay. Production and characters are average, but then they hit me with the 5,000 word essay right off the bat, so no go. No go. See, Kyoto Animation is still working on this Sarune series, but I don't think anyone's watching it. Isekai Nonbiri Noka. Farming Life in Another World, 0G. 2-minute drop. Average characters in production. The concept is boring, and for some reason we just jump right into the montage of the farm life when I don't care. Direction is bad, bad, bad. Thank you for my nuanced comment here. Buddy Daddies. PA Works. 11-minute drop. PA Works always seems to have pretty decent starts to their shows, but as my personal history tells me, it usually never works out. To their benefit, they've given me quite a lot to work with in the past, so I feel like I'm obligated to give 10 minutes. So I did, and not much to work with here. There is that PA Works touch of quality in production and somewhat in the characters, but the concept is slugging on and I don't really feel a connection to anything. Ars no Kyoju, Giant Beasts of Ars, Asahi Production. 1-minute drop. I do not like that we are just jumping into what looks like to be a final battle of some sorts and displaying a huge amount of power. The characters look fine, the production's average, but realistically, I don't care. Pretty sure yeah. Trigun Stampede, Studio Orange. 1-minute drop. Please, Orange. Please! Land of the Lustrous 2, I'm begging you. Your talents are being wasted on a Trigun adaptation. Please! Why, Studio Orange? Why? Kaiko Sareta and Koku Heishi 30 Die. No, slow, not Second Life. Chilling into my 30s after getting fired from the Demon King's army. Encourage films. 1-minute drop. LOL. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. They used Guts' exact design and put it on a bland MC like, hello? I'm not even gonna bother seeing where this goes because I don't care. That's what they did. They put his exact armor on this guy right here, and I couldn't believe it. Saikyo Onmyoji no Isekai Tenseki, the reincarnation of the strongest exorcist in another world. Studio Blanc. 2-minute drop. Boring monologue. Stupid fake 35mm cinematic bars. Flashback. The whole 9 yards of I don't care. Blah. Unite Up, Cloverworks. I love Cloverworks. 2-minute drop, Cloverworks, CG male idol show. I really don't need to say more. Oh, God. Inu ni Natara, Suki na Hito ni Hiro Wareta. My life as Inuki-san's dog. Studio Quad. 5-minute drop. I was pretty on board with the concept from the title. I thought it was gonna be him being her dog in a subservient, do my schoolwork and obey me type of way, but he's literally the dog, which is funny. But as much as I love to see a romantic comedy, which I don't know if it's a real phrase, but we'll call it that, I really do not appreciate that our main guy is a total beta. Give me a Mushoku Tensei type of guy to work with, or like maybe Keiaru to work with. Anything but this man. Production's okay, characters look bad. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Donald. Otanari no Tenshi-sama ni Itsu no Manika Dame Ningen ni Saretetaken. The angel next door spoils me rotten. Project 9. 30-second drop. I'm done with these spiky-haired loser MCs. I can't anymore. Kill me on sight. We are done with them. Blah. Tsundere I Akuyaku Reijou Lise Lotte Tojikyo no Endou-kun to Kaisetsu no Kobayashi-san. Endo and Kobayashi live or live. The latest on tsundere villainous Lisa Lotte. Tezuka Production. 2-minute drop. If you listen to Still Dre while watching this, you can almost forget about what you saw. Rogo ni Sonete Isekai de 8-man mai no Kinka wo Tamemasu. Saving 80,000 gold in another world for my retirement. Felix film. They made Neko Para. 2-minute drop. Glad to see Felix film moving away from the cutesy shows, but this is just simply not it. It got pretty much everything that makes me want to click away, starting with a flashback of a scene I just saw in the first minute when it's the second minute. Boo-hoo. The Legend of Heroes Sen no Kiseki, The Northern War. Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel, Northern War, Tatsunoko Production. 2-minute drop. Background art doesn't look half bad, but a war show? Come on, brothers, we can do better. I could watch 50 cute girl shows in a row instead of this every day of the week. Benria Saito-san Isekai ni Iku. Handyman Saito in Another World C2C. 3-minute drop. The conceit is that he felt like regular humans didn't appreciate his locksmith abilities for what they were, but now in the new world he always gets praised. LMAO. I want to taste this crack these guys are smoking. I want some of it right now. I need some crack. No Kemonotachi no Yoru, The Tale of Outcasts, Ashi Production. 2-minute drop. I wonder if there are any shows that take a serious look at poverty in anime. Are we just incapable of doing that because magic is a lot cooler? I'll admit, magic is cool, but really this show's conceit is laughable. The production sucks and the main girl is just a budget Elena. Boo hoo. Oh, never mind, not this show. Oh, not this show either. This show. Nier Automata version 1.1 A1 Pictures. 3-minute drop. The visuals look terrible, surprisingly worse than a lot of shows this season considering the IP, but I don't really care either way. I'm bored. B-O-R-E-D. Bored. Mo Ippon. Ippon again. Bakken record. 2-minute drop. Martial arts, happy fun time. Don't care. Production average. MC looks like Ritsu, but that's about it. I don't care. High card. Studio Hibari. 2-minute drop. No man. One show, man. Please. Give me one show. I'm losing my mind. Literally anything be interesting. I'm begging you. This is a part of the season where I think I lost my mind. Kubo-san wa ma wo yuru sanai. Kubo won't let me be invisible. Pine Jam. 1-minute drop. They didn't even bother to draw faces on the people that take up 1/3 of the screen. I'm done. You can't do this. Ayakashi Triangle. Studio Connect. 1-minute drop. Nope. The second I see anything magic, I'm clicking off the show. I don't care anymore. No more. No more, man. No more. Auo Buwo Kiwa Merutame Tenseisu Soshite Sekai Saikyo no Minarai Kishi. Reborn to master the blade, from Hero King to Extraordinary Squire. Studio Comet. 15-minute drop. This one actually did have promise, but I think the consistency is what's the problem. First off, the visuals are pretty average, but during action scenes it really dips hard to the point of slideshows, and the characters are less than average quality, but the conceit was pretty reassuring, so I was fine with it, until a certain point of a lot of talking. There was also a fair amount of logistical changes throughout the episode, as in swapping voice actors and names and whatnot. Makes it sort of confusing, and it's pretty much the idea of Mushoku Tensei, but a lot less polished and not interesting. Monogatari. Malevolent Spirits. Monogatari. Bandai Namco Pictures. 2-minute drop. The visuals look terrible, especially that stylistic choice with the inverted colors and the blood. I did not like that at all. The colors are way too dramatic for the first 30 seconds, and I found it immediately unappealing, and then they hit you with the worst exposition dump, so I don't care. Ningen Fushin no Bokensha Tachi ga Sekai wo Sukuyo desu. Ningen Fushin. Adventurers who don't believe in humanity will save the world. Geek Toys. 1-minute drop. You know, I really appreciate this show's first minute because it essentially explains the entire backstory in 1 minute and recaps everything to know what kind of show it is. And I didn't think I would enjoy it, so thanks for that. Tone demo, skill de isekai hero fishy campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skill. Mappa. 2-minute drop, comedy isekai, and the punchline isn't even funny. That's what I think about this show. Comedy. Oyuki Kiyumi no Kaina of the Great Snow Sea Polygon Pictures. 2-minute drop. CGI doesn't look too bad except for the models operating at 30 FPS, and they really strain my hashtag blessed eyes. I don't really care, honestly, about whatever happened. I'm lazy. D4 DJ all. Oh, wait. I didn't watch this one. Couldn't find it, I guess. Pokemon Mezashi say Pokemon Master. 5-minute drop. I like Pokemon, but I just got annoyed after 5 minutes. I don't think it has the charm of what I grew up on, which by all means isn't that long ago, but I just like the original series. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. I know it's my destiny. I choose you and you choose me. Pokemon. OLM also made Berserk. Did you guys know this? They've been in Pokemon jail for 10 eons, but they actually did make Berserk. A little known fact. Here we go. He only had $1 bill. You don't have a mega mill. That means I bought a hill of cash. Hikari no O. The Fire Hunter. Signal MD. This is the only other show this season that passed screening. So let's get a round of applause for the Fire Hunter for being the only serious contender for like probably more that I watch. So I watched 2 episodes of this and I was pretty impressed with what they had to offer. So the staffing behind this is actually kind of interesting because I did not know that Mamoru Oshii and Junji Nishimura were working on anything until this, came up and I was like, huh. They're working on another show. The last show they worked on was like in 2020, like Vlad Love. But these guys have been at it for a long time. These guys are OG. They got so many classics under their belt. They call them they got the classic belt. That's what I'm saying. These guys don't play around when it comes to making shows and making doohickeys. I didn't like Vlad Love that much, and I think this show suffers a little bit from what they tried to do in Vlad Love as well. Production is the biggest problem in this show, and I'm gonna just, oh my god, look at all this typing. Oh my god, that's a lot of typing. Thank God someone is trying. I almost thought it would be another season of no one trying, but thank you, Lord, that these guys are putting their life on the line to make this project. Although not the most technically compelling visual work, the aesthetic of this show, just stylistically, makes me so hooked and excited. It's a bit scrappy and grainy, but the tone of the show is so nicely woven into this idea that it makes the viewing experience really enjoyable. There is so much to work with in this first episode that I cannot do it justice simply, but I may as well list off a few things: naturalism, honor and duty, sacrifice, spiritualism, camaraderie, etc. So much to look at here. The characters right off the bat, visually distinct and nicely paced for the viewer to get accustomed to who they are and how they interact with us. Our main character is a bit of a timid person, but I can see her development going somewhere. There's some excellent foreshadowing in our characters and plot, but poor world building. They spent a little bit too much time explaining what exactly happened to the world instead of going the girl's last tour or berserk route of not explaining anything. I would much rather they let the viewer interpret it how they want and, use that strategy. Anyway, the show's first episode is more than worth your time. Striking visuals, great direction and pacing, interesting conceit. It's got a lot to work with, and I hope to God they don't fumble this because it takes a lot to get me excited about anime nowadays. Like literally. I mean, have you seen my tone this entire episode? Like, hello? I'm just not even trying. The OP is pretty good. And I don't even watch the OPs usually. And just because I didn't want to make another mistake like a couple other shows that I've said were good on the first episode. I just watched the second episode to basically confirm my suspicions, and for due diligence, I watched episode 2, and the budgetary issues are on full display. Narrative-wise, we are progressing nicely, but the episode is far less impressive because of a really noticeable inconsistency in animation. Some scenes are detailed and well structured, while other scenes are like slideshows and still frame pans. It's not so frequent to be unwatchable, but it's really noticeable. I still think the show has plenty of merit. We as a viewer have to take it as a consequence of quality work not being properly financed, because probably a lot of factors, but not limited to. No one really cares about this work anymore. If you look at the members of this show, it has like 30,000 Mahou members, which is literally nothing. Even if this is the most impressive show of the season, it isn't going to even top those terrible shows that can get 100,000 members. So another thing is that Mamoru Oshii is the GOAT, but can't really get any funding for an original show. So that tells you that those who do know him are putting in the resources, but not enough, obviously, to make it a true vision. I'm pretty sure there were production issues in Vlad Love as well. So that's what I had to say about The Fire Hunter. I really like this show. I hope it turns out well, especially because it's very rare that I find a show that I'm genuinely like waiting for a person to release another thing. I didn't even know Mamoru Oshii was working on something like this. I think that the only people that I'm following like consistently are like Naoko Yamada, Masaki Yuasa. Who else am I following? I think that's pretty much it. I'm not. I mean, I'll watch a Kana Hanazawa show every now and then. Actually, no, I'm not. Like, what? I'm not even watching anything. Why am I lying? I'm not watching any anime because this season sucks and everything sucks. Everything sucks now. Flag Leah Natsu. Oh, I couldn't find this show, so that's it. And then the last show of the season is Hirogaru Sky Precure. Soaring Sky Pretty Cure. Toei Animation. 2-minute drop. The entire world looks like candy. Really under detailed and colorful candy. I'm not a fan of the Precure series. And this is definitely not the one I would start with. So yeah, that's winter 2023 in a very monotone and non very enthused way. But yeah, two shows made it past screening. I think give Hikari no O one episode at the very least, just to see if you like it. And I think most people will like it because I think it's a little bit of a hidden gem in the season. As I said, it has like 30,000 members. Like no one's watching this show, so it really is a diamond in the rough. Oniichan wa Oshimai. Seems that quite a few people are watching it, but obviously not that much. Give it a try. Test the waters of whether you're uncomfortable or not, and start thinking about why you're uncomfortable with this type of content. It's bound to give you at least some provoking thoughts. And that's it for the day. I'm tired, man. I have class 6 days a week, and I have no time to work on my big project that I wanted to get released in March, which sucks. So yeah, this is terrible, man. I just want to listen to 36 Chambers and go to bed. The RZA, the Jizza, the old dirty bastard. You got Ghostface Killer and the Method Man.